Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that if you're returning. How you doing? Um, what we're going to be talking about before we get into everything else is what's going on in Germany and in Sweden. Okay? Germany's federal army is instructing companies on readiness for potential conflict under the secretive 1,000-page Operations Plan Deutschland. The plan targets critical infrastructure protection, cyber attack resilience, and civil military coordination. Firms are urged to develop crisis action plans, train their employees, and enhance self sufficiency with resources like diesel generators. Meetings such as one in Hamburg stressed logistical readiness and workforce training. The Army reportedly anticipates deploying forces to NATO's eastern flank while relying on civilian support for energy, transport, and national defense. Now, in Sweden, they are preparing its citizens for war amid rising tensions with Russia. The government is sending 5 million pamphlets with instructions on stockpiling food and water, among other preparedness steps. The initiative reflects a shift from decades of military non-alignment to joining NATO after Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The pamphlet is called If Crisis or War Comes, and it's twice the size of previous versions and includes instructions on nuclear attack precautions. It emphasizes that Sweden will resist any foreign attack. And nearby in Finland, they are also increasing their preparedness efforts as well. And the situation underscores the urgent need for citizen readiness in a changing global security landscape. So my question is, should we be doing the same as well? Yeah. On to the videos.
I want to send a message to the Biden-Harris administration. If they see this, they see this. If other bigger creators make similar messages, that would be great. You asked us to mobilize. We mobilized. You asked us to volunteer. We volunteered in droves. You asked us to donate. We donated. Over $1 billion we donated. You asked us to fight. We fought. Now stop asking us to send more money, and the fight begins now, when you know damn well the fight is now in your hands, not ours. Stop showing us that you're going to play by the rules when you know very well that they're not playing by the rules. The rules have changed. You need to take action now. If you voluntarily turn this country over to the autocratic dictator and his clown show of an administration that he's been assembling, if you let democracy fall in this country, if you let millions of people die, and you know millions of people will die under that administration, then your legacy and the one thing you will be remembered for in history is allowing democracy to fall in the United States. The Biden-Harris administration will be known throughout history as the administration that let this country turn into an autocratic dictatorship, and you know we'll never get it back. If the options are dictatorship or civil war, we choose civil war. I choose civil war. Stop playing by the rules and do something.
Okay, this is an epic one, and it will blow your mind if you don't even know about it. The ones that are awake will be aware of it. That's cool, and this is what we need to share out. So your birth certificate is where it all starts. This is where a lot of the corruption begins. The minute you sign your birth certificate, it's maritime law. you're actually signing a form which classes you dead at sea. You become a commodity of the system. And honestly, Google it, research it, probably DuckDuckGo to be fair, as I said, but it's true. You become, they seize all assets in a sense, and it goes into what they call a trust fund. And then you have 6 years to declare yourself alive, to declare yourself still here, and then you can gain your sovereignty back. But we didn't know that. Our parents didn't know that. It was a system they had set up. So you and I and everybody else has been traded like cattle on a stock market. So every single one of us has a trust fund, and depending how old you are, is depending how much money's in there. So if you're 50 plus, something like that, you'd have millions in there, because that's how long they've traded us for. And this is something else which is crazy as well. This is why the mortgage system is completely, absolutely rigged. So when you go for a mortgage, you basically sign the paperwork, and they always say to you, right, come back in 3 days and we'll have the money. They then take that money out of your trust fund to pay for the house. So that comes out of your trust fund in your name that's been growing since you were born. They then charge you interest on your money, but they're not bothered about the money side of it. They want the house. So if you, this is why if you miss like one payment, they're down your throat straight away, because they can take your house back. The house is a commodity to them, it's asset. And wait till you share the stuff about what the banks do. But this trust fund is where a lot of your money is going to come from. And this is going to be paid back to you. This is your money that they have earned off you. So that's just one thing alone. Then you've also got the tax side of it. Tax should never have been taken off us. It's illegal. It's a corrupt system. So all the tax that we've paid, it's not that they're going to pay it back like the exact amount of tax we paid. What I've heard on the channels is the fact that it's going to be based on bandings. So certain age will get this much money back, certain age, this much money back. I think 62 plus category was like 110 grand or something like that. But obviously we'll know more about that when it comes, but that's where more money is coming from. Honestly, you are set to live a life of abundance. This is money that was ours, that should have been ours, which we should have been living with to create a better life. Instead, we've been set in this corrupt system where they've been making us struggle, and they're taking all our money off us and taking it and keeping it for themselves. I hope that sheds a bit of light on the money side of it, because I've had a lot of people asking about where this abundance is coming from. Remember, 1% controlled 99% of the wealth. That's coming back to us now to live a completely different life and what we are owed, because we should never have struggled like this. Like and follow for more, and drop comments and share information, share what you're going through. Let's just get as much information out as we can and wake the rest of this world up. Love and light. Speak to you soon.
A local government is offering to pay me $15,000 to hold people that aren't from the United States of America in my Airbnb on a monthly or yearly basis, potentially. Based off all the changes, it seems like it might just be a monthly basis. 15K is a lot, and they didn't tell me how many people there are. All they told me is they are not citizens of the United States, and they should not be here by law. Now, I obviously asked for, hey, can you send me a contract? What's the guarantee? They're most likely break stuff. There might be 30 people in a 4-bedroom house. Like, what is this all about? Like, 15K is a lot of money. But a lot of money means there's some sort of baggage attached to it. I've actually gotten an offer, and before it was 10 to 12,000. So they just keep upping it. Maybe once we get to 2025, I will take them up on it. Originally, I wanted a longer term contract, but with changes going on right now, might not be the case. So we shall see. But that would be $180,000 for just 1 year. What's even crazier is I've never gotten an offer like that for veterans, homeless, U.S. homeless people, people in recovery, like anything else. So I'm thinking not going to do it, but it's like that famous musician and that podcast host going on. It is really hard to turn down that much money. Like my mortgage is like $1,400.